Shalom. Hey, Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Make my salad real quick. You know, okay. I was running behind. Now let me change that. Mm. Mm, mm. Hey, y'all make sure y'all get your pens and paper. All right, take notes. See, y'all know how to break this down to people. Okay, it's just crazy for y'all to watch channels and not take notes. This is class. We're teaching y'all. Take notes. All right. There we go. Fix that. So yeah, man. Just a little monologue. Right now, it's getting towards the end. So we're about to go into the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. Solomon is talking about the curses and what happened to the Egyptians, because most people will read Exodus and think that it was just 3 days of darkness, like it was dark outside. It's not the type of darkness that was outside. Okay, not at all. So, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I'm gonna go over that and show you the darkness that they were in. Those Egyptians were in for 3 days, and what happened. And Solomon is talking about it in the Book of Wisdom of Solomon. So, everybody have your apocrypha, which this is the apocrypha right here that was taken out of the KJV in the 1700s by the Protestant Church. Okay, this is an apocrypha. Okay. Authorized King James Version. All right. It was taken. Can't even read that, but it was taken out of the Holy Bible, which you can barely see it. It was taken out of the Holy Bible. That's because we use ours, you know. The Holy Bible was taken out of this. So, boom, boom. Right here, you got these two books. Or, I know mine is pretty messed up, but I use it. The Holy Bible, 1611 KJV, King James Version. This is a 1611 KJV with the Apocrypha in it. You can get that from Barnes & Noble or on Amazon. It'll do you justice. And then once you get the Apocrypha, that's probably separate from the Bible, or you can get the 1611 KJV with the Apocrypha already in it. You can go to Wisdom of Solomon, and it shows you that. Or you can download the app, the KJV, the 1611 KJV with the Apocrypha app. You know, I don't have an iPhone. You know, I have the best phone in the world, which is an Android. So I can go get mine for free. I don't know about you, Apple people. You know what I mean? You guys are just a different breed of people. Just go there and get it. But we're about to go through some stuff. Through the Spirit, how about Shimei Shai? Y'all gonna see some things happen in the book of Exodus that you've never seen before. And I pray you are edified through the Spirit. All right. Let me finish my salad. We'll get to getting. Hmm. That was good. Well, Shimei, sorry for that. So, they plagued the heart, bro. They plagued the heart. What? You didn't hear that? You didn't hear that woman scream? Oh, yeah. Right. So, what we about to do is what we do every time before we start Sabbath service. We get down and we pray before, and before Sabbath service ends, we pray after that. So, if y'all have a compass, get in your compass and face the east, and that's where you will pray. Now, I will have my video posted. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna post a video in my chat room right now on how to pray. I have a video already on it. That way you can go watch it and write down the precepts, because you learn through the precepts. Isaiah 28:9. That's how you learn. It's through the precepts. You can read the Bible, but you learn through the precepts, okay? So let me get this video for you. I'm going to post it in there on how to pray. That way you guys can watch it after this. Where you at? Okay, here we go. So knock them waves is chunky, man. All right, let me get over here to this video. Dun, 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 dun. Hey y'all, remember to like and share, man. Let's get these videos in the algorithm, man. People gotta watch these videos. Hey y'all, remember to like and share. Everybody getting these watered down doctrines instead of just getting the truth, man. It's just ridiculous. All right, here we go. All right. So what we're about to do, everybody face the east. We're about to start praying, and we're going to get started with this Shabbat services. You can see that. Hey, Sticky. Let's throw some prayers up, man. Maybe you feel better. You have faith. on. It hurts that bad? Or not? Huh? Your stomach hurt that bad?
The key bite's coming back.
Just stay there.
I got a buku 2000 credit hurts too bad, bro.
You about to say my business?
Can I go to bed too? I go buku. I'm there for real. No, man, I'm just giving the cat.
I'm about to say, bro. He said something.
Is it what you ate or what?
Probably because you ate that cold ass noodles thing.
I eat it all the time. When we get to I don't get nothing wrong with it.
I said probably because you ate it cold or something.
I think it's the ice cream. Oh, yeah.
You ate ice cream?
Yesterday he ate the whole ice cream.
Yeah.
The keto ice cream.
The keto ice cream?
Yeah.
All right, just stay there.
Yeah, you got a bunch of ice cream in your stomach, dog.
Okay, let me see if I can find the prayer. All right, y'all. You don't want to use it. Got them young knees. All right, Yasharala, which I'm saying Israel, which the Black Hispanic's name. This is the Abanawa prayer found in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19, verse 9 to verse 13. So I can. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Madash, Hayah, Shemta, Hawah, Malakukah, Taba'ah, Tazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Toratazah, Kahayah, Bashamayim, Batamyanao, Bakam, call your womb, Masalakino, Kabawakino, Asalakino, Kabawakino, Wala'a, Wabi'ainawa, Binisayawam, Abo, Hawashayana, Arad, Kaya, Baka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Utapara, Ba'alamium, Aman, Bahashim, Yaksha, Mashiach, Aman. All right, do this finish.
Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestras ofensas, como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos del mal. Hashem, Yahshua, Mashiach, Salah.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, is come, here on earth, and this day, bread, us, our debts, as we forgive, and do it. But lead us not into temptation, but deliver us of evil. And is the kingdom, and the power, and the forever. Amen. Hashem, Yahshua, Mashiach, Amen. This is the Asherah, doctrine of the book of Psalms, chapter 84, verse 4, 144, verse 15, chapter 145, from top to bottom, chapter 115, verse 18. And it reads, blessed are they that dwell in thy house. They will still be praising thee, Selah. Happy is that people that is in such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose Alahai is Yahweh. I will extol thee, my Alahai, O King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day will I bless thee, and I will praise thy name forever and ever. Great is Yahweh, and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. One generation shall praise thy works to another, shall declare thy mighty acts. I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty, and of thy wondrous works. And men shall speak of thy might, of thy terrible acts. And I will declare thy greatness. They shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness, and shall sing of thy righteousness. Yahweh is righteous in all his ways. Again, righteous in all his ways. All right. They shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness, and shall sing of thy righteousness. Yahweh is gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great mercy. Yahweh is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works. All thy works shall praise thee, O Yahweh, and thy saints shall bless thee. They shall speak of the glory of thy kingdom, and talk of thy power, to make known to the sons of men his mighty acts, and thy glorious majesty of his kingdom. Thy kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and thy dominion for all generations. Yahweh upholdeth all that fall, and raiseth up all those that be bowed down. Bow down. The eyes of all wait upon thee. Thou givest them their meat in due season. Thou openest thy hand and satisfiest the desire of every living thing. Yahweh is righteous in all his ways, and holy in all his works. Yahweh is nigh unto all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. He will fulfill the desire of them that fear him. He also will hear their cry. He will save them. Yahweh preserveth all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy. My mouth shall speak the praises of Yahweh, and let all flesh bless his holy name forever and ever. For we will bless the Yahweh from this time forth and forevermore. Hallelujah. 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 Hashem. Hashem. Mashiach. Amen. All right, y'all. All right. First, prepare the Amada, Abawat, Rock, Ta, How, Alahayna, Alahaya, Father, Alahaya, Baraham,
Kesalahan, Abraham, for the workshop, for the yash, for the washing, for call, your woman, Allah, Yahweh, bless you, Yahweh, our fathers, our Abraham, our Isaac, our Jacob, Almighty power, high power, who bestows mercy, bless you, Yahweh, who bestows mercy, bless you, Yahweh, should of Abraham, who are mighty, Yahweh, forever. Yahweh, receive the dead, who is comparable to you, eternity, cause death, gives life, bless you, Yahweh, gives life to the dead, for holy Yahweh, name, and number one, every day, praise you forever. Bless you, Yahweh, the power of holy,
This is a psalm for the Shabbath day. I find in Psalms 92. A psalm for the Shabbath day. It is a good thing to give thanks unto Yahweh, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to shew forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night, upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Yahweh, hast made me glad through thy works. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Yahweh, art most high forevermore. For lo, thy enemies, Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. My eye also shall see my desire of my enemies, and my ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of our Alahayah. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing. To shew that Yahweh is upright. He is my rock. There is no unrighteousness in him. Hallelujah. 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 Baruch Hashem. Yahushai. Hamashiach. Amen. All right. Everybody ready? You think you would be having a show? Your back is exposed. All right, so what's up, y'all? Shalom. How y'all doing? I pray that everybody's fine today on the Sabbath. You're eating well, you're resting well, you're studying up. The Sabbath is a day for the Most High, okay? Excuse me. So everybody should be spending this day giving it to the Most High, resting and giving it to the Most High, doing not your pleasure. Those things that you prefer to do, things that you want to do that please you. Today is the day to please the Most High. So what we're going to do is get started. Everybody go to Exodus 10. We're going to start at verse 1. I give y'all time to get there. Some good water right here. Some spring water. Yeah, it's that good stuff. That good stuff. All right, here we go. Shalom, Gobble Warrior Bar. Hey, man, you missed camp last night, brother. Come on now. You got to get out there, man. Have fun with us. We was cutting this Somalian woman up, man. She just didn't get it. She would not get it to save her life. Yeah, I wish I put her in front of us just to make her a spiritual punching bag. All right. Chapter 10. And the Lord said unto Moshe, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have I have hardened his heart, and the heart of his servants, that I might shew these my signs before him, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done amongst them, that ye may know how that I am the Lord. And Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coast. Okay? And they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. They shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. Now, what y'all got to understand is this: that hell was an angel. The Most High have angels do different jobs, and I'm gonna prove that through the Spirit. Con. This is the book of Psalms. I'm gonna go here first just to show you. 104 verse 4. 104 Psalms 104 verse 4 say, "Who maketh his angel spirits his ministers a flaming fire." Right? Watch this. I will trip out on this. This is Ecclesiasticus, which we call the book of TORAH, chapter 39, verse 28. All these, this is Sirach 39:28. All these things are for good to the godly, so that to the sinners they are turned into evil. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes. The time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. These are angels. Verse 28 said, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. He maketh this angel spirits. So when it said over here in Exodus 10, I start at verse 4. Exodus 10 and 4. Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coast, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail. The hail, that angels out there, he was controlling the hail, hitting them. Wow. Big ice balls with electricity running, with fire running through. Okay? See, Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Now go to skip to 29. Fire and hail. Those were spirits. Each one is a spirit, an angel controlling it, hitting hard down on Egypt. So y'all got to understand, when there's rain, when there's hail, those are different angels controlling things. Now you just know what it is. He's like, oh, that's the angel. He over there doing the Most High is vengeance. Those are signs of the Most High. When you get things in storms and stuff like that, and hail and famine in the land, that is an angel controlling it. So in verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts also, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destructions. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall, verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when the time is come, they shall not transgress his word. And when the time shall come, they shall not transgress his word. These are angels controlling everything in the order of the Most High and his son, Hamashiach Yahushua. Okay? So, here we go. So he said in verse 4, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coast. Verse 5, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, that angel. And shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. And they shall fill thy houses, and thy houses of all thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen, since the day that they were upon the earth, upon this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh's servant said unto him, how long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the man go, that they may serve the Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? I start from 7 again. And Pharaoh's servant said unto him, how long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve their Lord their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? And that's what the people are saying now. Man, leave them people alone, bro. We are destroyed already. Hey, Yahushua is destroying this place, and it's very beautiful to see him fall. To see him, everybody's rejoicing to see a miracle fall anyways. I mean, why is it of an amazement when we say it? Why? Because the slaves are rejoicing in their destruction. That's why. To them, it's a slap in the face. We spitting and slapping in your face. Just to let you know. Verse 8. And Mashah and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh. And he said unto them, go, serve the Lord your God. But who are they that shall go? And Moses said, we will go with our young, and with our old, and with our sons, and with our daughters, with our flocks, and with our herds will we go, for we must hold a feast unto the Lord. And he said unto them, Let the Lord be so with you, as I will let you go, and your little ones look to it, for evil is before you. Not so. Go now, ye that are men, and serve the Lord, for that you did desire, and they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the land of Egypt, for the locusts that they may come up upon the land of Egypt, and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail hath left. Saying, talking to it like it's a person. All that the hail hath left. I didn't know the hails of somebody that left. You know what I'm saying? Nah, the angel just up and left. He's like, that was enough. You know. Verse 13. And Moses stretched forth this rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that night, and all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left. And there remained not any green thing in the trees, or in the herbs of the field, through all the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste, and he said, I have sinned against the Lord your God, and against you. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God, that he may take away from me this death only. And he went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord. And the Lord turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt, but the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. So you can imagine what the Most High is doing to all these presidents and to these people that are just doing what's wrong. Our people are protesting out here, going before them. You know, hey, stop doing this, leave us alone, da da da, this and that. And what the Most High do? Harden his heart every time. Why? But sooner or later, the Most High is going to take them out for not letting us go. All the time he did that to these nations, man, just putting plagues on them, killing their people and everything else. And today just let Israel go. They just want to be blessed. All right. All right, verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness over all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither there rose any from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. So let's go over here to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. Nope. Wisdom of Solomon 17, chapter 17, verse 1. Go over there. Wisdom of Solomon talks about Egypt and Egyptians, what happened. So we're about to go over that. Here we go. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 1. For great are thy judgments, and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. That's how our people, they're unnurtured souls. They have erred because they haven't been nurtured in the spirit on what to do and what not to do. All right. So, Wisdom of Solomon 17:1 in the Apocrypha says, for great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from their eternal providence. Talking about these spirits that are in people's houses now. You know, they just been let loose to go over there. For while they supposed to lie hidden their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and terrible with strange apparitions. For neither night the corner that hid them keep them from fear, but noise as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenance. Sad vision, they're crying with like heavy countenance. These people just crying and of fear. They on their countenance. Just imagine a spirit coming to you and you just see. That's what they were seeing. They were seeing that. At 3 days, that darkness was a subconscious torment. That's what it was, a subconscious torment. That was the darkness. They couldn't see no light or nothing. All they saw was just straight fearful things. Verse 5, no power of fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible, horrible, horrible night. One there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful for being much terrified. They thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. They were more scared of the things that they seen than of not being able to see at all. And it's just straight darkness. They couldn't see nothing. But they saw that flame of fire. They were seeing faces. They were seeing people with sad faces and crying and everything. They saw a lot of those things. All right. Let me see. Verse 7. As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. Remember when Aaron was throwing down a rod, and then they magicians threw down their rods and turned to snakes. That Aaron's rod ate all the other snakes. That magic that they was doing couldn't get them out of this. Most High was showing his power. They couldn't get out of this. Verse 7, as for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, show that they was in nothing. And their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear worthy to be laughed at. Man. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear. A lot of them died of fear, man. They were just so scared they died. This is what was happening in Egypt when the Most High put that 3 days of darkness over them. That happened. You can go to Wisdom of Solomon and figure this out, man, and read it. I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to skip to some more precepts. Watch. Verse 14. But they sleep in the same sleep that night, which was indeed because they tried to sleep in darkness. They was just trying to sleep. Like you were already in darkness, trying to sleep, being in darkness. Watch this. But they sleep in the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of the inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous aberrations and partly fainted. Mm, 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 mm. So let me show you what this means. Apparitions, ghost figure or image, right? Apparitions is ghost figure of image. Okay. So verse 15 said, we're partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, visions of faces. They were tormented, vexed with it, and partly fainted, their heart fainting them. Their mind was fainting them, scared. They were scaring each other. For a sudden fear and not looked for came upon them. So then whosoever there fell down was straightly kept shut up in a prison without iron bars. In their mind, it was trapped. They couldn't get out. Nothing they tried to do, they could not get out. They were just vexed in their soul. 3 days of a subconscious torment. All right, cool. So we're going to go back to Exodus. I just wanted to let y'all know what was happening to them in this darkness right here. So, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 23. They saw not one another, neither rose up any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. Okay, what was their light? Because the saints had a very great light. They had a light. But let's find out who their light was. Let's go to Exodus 13 and 21. A couple books up 13 and 21. It's Exodus 13 and 21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. So when it says Israel had their light, they had light, which was Mashiach Yahushai, which I'm going to prove again. We can go over here to 2 Corinthians 10 and 1. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, and verse 1. No, 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 10 and 1. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea. Talking about Exodus 16, when they passed through the sea. Exodus chapter 16, verse 10 through 12. And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. Remember, they had light, a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night that followed them. And did all drink, verse 4, did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. And that rock was Christ. Christ was their light. So I just wanted to show you who that was. It was Christ who followed him right here in Egypt right now. A lot of people don't understand this. That's why I said take notes. So you can ask questions to people and be like, nah, man, it was Christ that followed me. They like, dang, I never knew that. But he was an angel right here first. His name wasn't Christ. Boom. Okay, where was I? Okay, cool. Verse 24. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, go ye, serve the Lord. Won't he let your flocks and your herds be stayed? Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not an hoof be left. So there shall not a hoof be left behind. For thereof must we take to serve the Lord our God, and we know not what with what we must serve the Lord until we come thither. They ain't gonna know what to do until they get there, but they need the sacrifices. Verse 27. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go. And Pharaoh said unto him, get thee from me, take heed to thyself, see my face no more. For in that day thou seest my face, thou shalt die. And Moses said, thou hast spoken well. I will see thy face again, no more. And Moses was like, all right, yeah, trust me. I ain't gonna see your face no more. So call Sharad, the boy Yahweh, Anaya Shai, when I Shemai, all that Yahweh said, what we doing here. Give me a second, y'all, real quick. Every time I do, and this y'all want them? I was gonna get y'all anyway. Oh yeah. To mention the summit coming up in Dallas, Texas. Whether everybody can make it, or whether everybody can make it or want to make it. It's gonna be a good road trip. For we are not flying, we are driving. So whoever want to go, let us know. All right. All right. Here goes chapter 11. And the Lord said unto Mashach, which is Hamashiach Yahweh Shai is talking to him. He's an angel at this time. Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards, he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor. in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Mashah was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt. All right, again. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt. Now, here we're about to start some stuff. Y'all pay attention to this. And all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill. And all the firstborn of the beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it in any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that they may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee. And after that will I go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord said unto Mashah, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Mashah and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, right? And the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go of his land. So y'all read Wisdom of Solomon 17 to the end. All the books right there, you're going to learn about Egypt and what happened and what Yahweh Shai was doing to him. Everything that was going on and what happened. It was beautiful. See the Most High fight for us. Beautiful thing. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful thing. All right. Call Shara, Debar Yahweh, Anaya Shai, Wanai Shemai. All that Yahweh said, what we're doing here. We only do that in the law. All right. He says, all that Yahweh said, what we're doing here. And we learn. Now, all the firstborn, man and cattle, are going to be killed of the Egyptians. Okay. This is Exodus 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. This is New Year's. The real New Year's that's about to happen. Okay? Speak unto you. Hold on, let me write that down. My little notes. I like my notes. Verse 3. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of the month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lambs. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep, from the goats. Now this is Yahweh Shai. He's the first. Hold on, let's just let's go there. All right. Let me precept this. Okay. So we read this in Exodus 12:5. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out of the sheep from the goats. Again, your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep of the sheep, take it out from the sheep or from the goats. Okay. Now, as you understand, Hamashiach Yahushai, this right here is a precursor right here. Well, not a precursor. This is just a precept, just precepting it up. Just let you know how Hamashiach Yahushai was that lamb without blemish. Because when you do the Passover, your lamb cannot be with blemish. It can't have long noses, long fingernails, something messed up with it. One long arm, one short arm, you know what I'm saying, neck all messed up and he walking like this. You can't have a lamb without blemish. And Hamashiach was that lamb without blemish. All right. Let me go Colossians 1:15 real quick. Book of Colossians chapter 1, verse 15. Let me see. Okay, cool. Here we go. Got to precept that up real quick. So this is the book of Colossians, chapter 1, verse 15. I'm gonna start at 13. Who have delivered us from the power of darkness and has translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins, who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. He's the firstborn of every creature. Now that's precept about that lamb without blemish, all right? First Peter 1:19. It's the book of First Peter, chapter 1, verse 19. I'm going to start at 18. For as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold, from your vain conversations received by the tradition from your fathers, but with the precious blood of Christ, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times, whom by him do believe in Yahweh that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, that your faith and hope might be in Yahweh. All right. So I was just precepting up, letting y'all know how Christ was that lamb without blemish, showing you he was the firstborn with all that creatures, just matching up on why he had to be the first. Only the firstborn can be the heir, and it all goes in together, being that the most high had his son kill all the firstborns of the kingdom. All right, so his son was the firstborn of every creature. That's his only begotten son, his firstborn. So his firstborn stepped in, right, to be a perfect lamb without blemish. He was that perfect lamb without blemish. Okay. Now verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening, the 14 days, which is the Passover. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorposts of the houses wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire. Roast with fire. And unleavened bread with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs and with the puritans thereof. The puritans thereof, talking about his insides and everything. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. Right? Oh, let me start back at 9 again. Let me say that over again. So I don't want people to get this one mixed up. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water. So you can't eat the lamb raw, and you can't boil it. Right? But roast with fire, his head with legs, and with the puritans thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that remaineth of it until the morning. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. And that which remaineth until the morning, ye shall burn it with fire. Our Passover last year was pretty cool. We went and got an Airbnb, you know what I'm saying? Me, Gubba War, my wife, Nine, and Zanaka Arya. Was you there in the car? Yeah, the car. It was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. You know, it's a pretty cool Passover, man. Pray everybody we can get another Airbnb and have Passover and do it again. Do a big Willie style. You know what I'm saying?
So we do a TJ, man.
Passover and TJ? That sounds good. TJ or Mexico?
TJ, Costa Rica. Mexico, like not Mexico City, Tijuana. They'll be having Airbnbs up in there, man, with freaking like a view of the beach. Either you post it up, sipping on wine, watching just the beach.
That sounds bomb.
And at night, you just go out, eat tacos or everything.
Lamb tacos and shit. Damn. That sounds good.
I tell you, a lot of people, TJ be getting Airbnbs in Rosarito. We get the ham over there for cheap and shit. Get Instacart cook it for us or us, whatever.
Yeah, I'd rather we do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But the whole lamb, wow, bro. If you like the whole lamb, we can slice the neck and get the blood, put it in the Airbnb. But this might be something to really plan. And then, we can have the elders and them meet us over those deals since they already in Mexico.
Oh, what part?
Chiapas.
Chiapas. Oh, there you go, sir.
That was a good idea right there. That was a damn good idea. So you be on it. Be on it, man. And that'd be fun too, man.
Oh, we spent fun. We spent a little bit cheap with that. And better.
I know, huh? We spent a lot of money that day, bro.
So right here would be cheaper and stuff. We could even get food there and stuff too. Come out cheaper, just prep it.
Yeah.
Get the lamb from there, live or dead.
But that'd be good, bro. Just get a lamb. We can go scope out a lamb and shit and don't kill it just yet and have it alive and be chilling with us all that day and shit. You know, say, hey, that's what you do, bro. You can chill with the lamb. Everybody play with the lamb and shit. Yeah, everybody be petting and chilling and shit, wash them, clean them and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And treat them real good. Because in his last days over, you know what I'm saying? Wash them and treat them real good. That's like, like my Shabbath Shabbath. Lamb without blemish, wash them, treat them real good, walk them around. Everybody just walk them on the beach and stuff, let them smell them.
I remember when I was a kid, at pagan holidays, my uncle, time he took to this one spot around here in San Diego. I don't know what it was. Katrina Lab. And then, oh, so while you're in the club, dinner, and then a killer for you and everything, back it up there. Damn, savage.
That's the original way though, bro. Just
Take that one, I want to.
yeah, just cut that motherfucker.
It was just driven. Like I went there,
Mm.
and that night, celebrate someone's birthday or maybe it's like Christmas or something like that. Yeah, we chose. Remember?
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Good idea. I'm gonna have to throw that out there. Yeah, y'all heard that. We may have to do that, man. Passover in Rosarito. Get an Airbnb out there. Live it up like real Hebrews. Man, I bet you they liquor is cheap too.
Huh?
I bet you the liquor out there is dirt cheap. Ooh-wee. For a whole shelf of it. So here we go. Sorry about that, man. That was just a good plan. That was through the spirit right there. Okay. Verse 10. This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. And that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. And it is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night. Right? For this and will smite all firstborn in the So I'm sorry about that internet connection. This is Exodus 12 and 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. All right. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where you are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. Forever. 7 days shall you eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the seventh day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the seventh day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. That only may be done of you. All right. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in that self same day I have brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. What is your armies? Are the frogs, the locusts, the lice. Um, yeah. Let me go to 7:2 real quick to show you. This is Exodus chapter 7 and verse 2. We'll start at 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, See, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother. And Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. Well, let me see. Okay, 2-4. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I might lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth my armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by a great judgment. His armies was not the plagues, but mostly all the locusts and stuff like that. Damn, I thought I had another precept that showed the armies and him saying it. I'll end up finding it anyways, but yeah, those was his armies. Was the locusts, the frogs, the lice, just all that stuff. But the plagues, well, I would say the plagues, yeah, as part of his armies because those are the angels that are actually doing the thing. So I would say that from my understanding of things I've read in this Bible. So yes. um, okay. Verse 18. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at evening, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at evening. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. So, before spring comes, you got to understand it's time to get all things with leaven out of your house. Now, that is spiritual. Now, allegorically, leaven. All the problems you have with each other, you got to get it out. Whatever problems you have, you got to get it out. Got to get that leaven out. Okay. If y'all need a video of the Passover and of leaven and unleavened and stuff, let me know, and I'll show y'all what it means by the leaven. But y'all gonna have to get that leaven out of your house and out of your relationships and everything. The friendships, whatever you have with a brother, got to get it out, and you got to really forgive. You know, a lot of people be asking the Most High for forgiveness, but Most High don't be forgiving them because y'all don't be forgiving your brother and your sister and letting that stuff go. And I'm glad, man, I was able in life to just let things go and just be like, all right, cool, and literally let it go. I've been blessed with that. So why do Yahweh for that? Of teaching me and humbling me at an early age in my life on how to forgive people, let things go. I make people sick with that sometimes, man. And people, in my past, I had relationships where, it was just easy for me to forgive. All right, cool. And like literally let it go. Don't dwell on it. Like it's easy for you to let things go. Yeah, because I know it don't benefit me to continue to hold on to those things. I'm not stupid to forget about it. I remember, just it's not gonna bother me. It don't bother me like that. Let it go. But I was your worst enemy. If I let it go, I let it go. I'm not, but if you kept doing the same thing, it just became your worst enemy. That's just how it was. Um, I'm gonna start at verse 19. 7 days shall there, this Exodus chapter 12, verse 19. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. And Yahweh Shai gonna start cutting people off that ain't understanding this. You shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall you eat unleavened bread. Again, ye shall eat nothing leavened. Now you got those two dots. In all your habitations shall you eat unleavened bread. Now switch that. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. And then it goes to say, in all your habitations shall you eat unleavened bread. Okay. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. Now remember that it's a spiritual thing. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike it on the lintel and the two basin. What poured out of his side? Water. What did they give him when he was up on the pole of the sponge? Hyssop. Hyssop purges. All right, I'm gonna start back at 21 real quick, just to go in context of something. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning, for the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians. Now, y'all got to know what the actual morning is. Morning is actual new day in this heathen world. But actually, at night is a new day, be morning. Gotta learn that. Because y'all go out there and get destroyed by the destroyer. All right? Verse 23, for the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee. Slack y'all. Verse 24, ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee, and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean you by this service? That ye shall say, it is the service of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the house of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed the head and worshipped. Mark something real quick. Verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of captive, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up, and get you forth from amongst my people, both you and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord as ye have said, and take your flocks and your herds as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also, and bless me also. Yeah. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, We be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. Like packet, bam. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses. And they bought of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and remnant. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required. And they spoiled the Egyptians. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men beside children. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much. It's like an even very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough, which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened. Because they were thrust out of Egypt, so the dough didn't get the right shit and it wasn't leavened yet. They were thrust out real fast and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass. Now hold on real quick. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the host of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out from the land of Egypt. This is the night of the Lord to be observed, all of the children of Israel in their generation. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, This is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. But every neither shall ye break a bone thereof. They're spiritual, because with Christ, neither shall ye break a bone. John 19 and 36. Verse 47, all the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised. And then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. Kal Shirah, by Yahweh, and Nayashai, when Nashamai, all that Yahweh said, what we're doing here. So now you're seeing a lot of things, especially when it comes to strangers keeping the Passover. These are the rules for when strangers are at the Passover. Okay. Okay. Call Sharad, Debar Yahweh, Anai Shai, not Shemai. Although Yahweh said, what we doing here? Okay, now we're going to stop at verse 6 in chapter 13. So here we go. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast, it is mine. So your firstborn belongs to the Most High. So now let me repeat this in a different one. This is Exodus chapter 13, verse 2, and it reads, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of men and of beasts, it is mine. Right? This is among the children of Israel, not all nations. Just to let you know. And Moses said unto the people, Remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month of Abib. That's the New Year's. Month of Abib. Let's see what Abib means real quick. Let me share my screen. Let's see what Abib means. So, Abib, in the ear, green ears of corn, fresh, young barley, ears barley, month of earing forming, spring, of greening of crop, of growing green, Abib, month of Exodus and Passover, March or April, spring. So the Hebrew is Abib, Abib. Spring water going. Okay. Now we got that. Verse 4. Exodus chapter 13, verse 4. This day came ye out in the month of Bib. And it shall be when the Lord shall bring thee into the land of shall bring you in the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in this month. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh day shall be a feast to the Lord. This is law forever. So that is the end of the Torah portions, and we'll begin right here next Saturday morning, Sabbath service. And now we go over to the prophets. Usually soldiers in Akariah does, but he's not feeling good right now. So we'll leave him sit there. So let's go Jeremiah 46, chapter 46, verse 13. Jeremiah chapter 46, verse 13. I don't want to let him pass it. Isaiah, Jeremiah. Here we go. Jeremiah chapter 46, verse 13 to verse 28. Right. This is Jeremiah chapter 46, verse 13. We're reading to verse 28. The word that the Lord spake to Jeremiah the prophet, how Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, should come and smite the land of Egypt. Declare ye in Egypt, and publish in Migdol, and publish in Nepal, and in Typhanes. Say ye, stand fast, and prepare thee, for the sword shall devour round about thee. For that is the angel, the sword. Why are thy valiant men swept away? They stood not, because the Lord did drive them. He made many to fall, yea, one fell upon another. And they said, arise, and let us go again to our own people. Right? So who are these Babylonians? These are Ethiopians. These are Ethiopians. Read the book of Jeremiah, man. These Ethiopians right here, man. I was getting at one this morning who was disrespecting the sister of Israel this morning outside, man. I had to get at it. Because I don't put up with that, with these heathen. You don't disrespect my people. So yeah, king of Babylon. These were the Egyptians, Utreans, and Ethiopians. That's them right here. And it was coming to conquer us. Because we're still going off. So the Most High is going to send them against us. All right, verse 16. He made many to fall, yea, one fell upon another. And they said, arise, and let us go again to our own people, and to the land of our nativity, from the oppressing sword. They did cry there, Pharaoh king of Egypt is but a noise. He hath passed the time appointed. As I live, saith the king, whose name is the Lord of hosts, surely as Tabor is among the mountains, and as a Carmel by the sea, so shall he come. And thou, daughter, dwelling in Egypt, furnish thyself to go into captivity. For Nephah shall be waste and desolate, without any habitation. Egypt is like a very fair heifer, but destruction cometh. It cometh out of the north. Also her herdmen are in the midst of her, like fatted bullocks, for they also are turned back and are fled away together. They did not stand, because the day of their calamity was upon them. For they shall march with an army and come against her with axes as hewers of wood. They coming down to chop stuff people down. They coming to kill. Okay. Verse 22. The voice thereof shall go like a serpent, for they shall march with an army and come against her with axes and hewers of wood. They shall cut down her forest, saith the Lord, though it cannot be searched, because they are more than the grasshoppers and are innumerable. The daughter of Egypt shall be confounded. She shall be delivered into the hand of the people of the north. The Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saith, Behold, I will punish the multitude of number. I will punish the multitude of no, and Pharaoh and Egypt with their gods and their kings, even Pharaoh and all them that trust in him. And I will deliver them into the hand of those that seek their lives, and into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and into the hand of his servants. And afterwards it shall be inhabited, as in the days of old, saith the Lord. But fear not, thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. Fear thou not, O Jacob, my servant, saith the Lord, for I am with thee, for I will make a full end of all the nations whither I have driven thee. But I will not make a full end of thee, but correct thee and measure. Yet will I not leave thee wholly unpunished. All right, so he's basically saying in this last one, in verse 28, he said, He has driven thee, but I would not make a full end of thee, of your captivity. Why? But correct thee and measure. Yet will I leave thee wholly and unpunished, to get them to understand things. All right, so that's the end of that. Everything else was self-explanatory. I just let you know who the Babylonians was the Egyptians, Etruscans, and Ethiopians. Watched my account from last night. We was going in on a lot of stuff. How the Most High was telling the Egyptians that he was going to kill them in Zephaniah. Watch the video, man. It's a lot of jewels, a lot of tools there for you to use. So we're going to go to John chapter 19, verse 31. All right, this is John chapter 19, verse 31. The Jews, therefore, because it was the preparation that bodies should not remain until, I start again, 31. John chapter 19, verse 31. The Jews, therefore, because it was the preparation that the body should not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day. Preparation is Thursday, preparing for the Sabbath. All right? No, so Friday before the morning. Okay. Verse 31. The Jews, therefore, because it was the preparation that the body should not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day, for the Sabbath day was in high day, besought Pilate that their legs might be broken, and that they might be taken away. Why they wanted to break the legs is to make sure they were dead. If they wasn't dead and they broke the legs and they hanging on the cross, it'd kill them. All right, I think it suffocates the lungs when you break the legs, because they got nothing to stand on, and all that pressure will just kill them from being up there. Devils, man, I tell you that. Verse 32. Then came the soldiers and brake the legs of the first and of the other, which was crucified with him. But when they came to Hamashiach Yahushua and saw that he was dead, because remember they said, "Well, Hamashiach shall not a bone be broken," and you don't break a bone of a Passover lamb. Don't break a bone. All right. Verse 34. But of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came there out blood, and he saith true, that ye might be believe. For these things were done, that the scripture should be fulfilled. A bone of him shall not be broken. And again, another scripture said, they shall look on him whom they pierced. Man, we all see him. I can't wait to see him, man. Everybody's going to bawl and cry. It's going, it's just that satisfaction. A lot of people are going to cry for other things. A lot of people are going to cry of amazement and just seeing him and knowing that it was true, because it's true, bro. All right, that's the end of Sabbath services. We'll end up with the prayers and the water for y'all coming. All right, and let's get these prayers up. Everybody, Amadi and Pani Rusham. Everybody face the east. I could.
And it is our duty to ascribe praise to our author of creation, who has not made us like the nations of the lands, nor places like the families of the earth, who has not made our portion like theirs, nor our destiny like all the multitude. For they worship vanity and emptiness and pray to a God who cannot save. But we bow and worship and thank the supreme King of kings, the Holy One. Blessed be he who extends the heavens and establishes the earth, whose throne of glory is in the heavens above, whose power is presence in the highest of heights. He is our God, there is no other. Truly he is our King, there is none else. As it is written in the Torah, you shall know and take to heart this day that Yahweh is Allah, heaven, in the heavens above and on the earth below. There is no other. Hashem, Yahushai, Hamashiach. Right. Shalom. Yahshua. Yahweh. 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 Achel. Shema. Yahshua. Yahweh. Yahweh. Achel. Shema. Yahshua. Yahweh. Allah. Yahweh. Yahweh. Achel. Shema, Yahshua, Yahweh, Allah, Yahweh, Achad, there is a God. The Ten Commandments, love and love thy neighbor, love Yahweh, Anya, Yahweh, Bahayika, Hashabra, Hawataza, Atika, Marataza, Maratazayim, Mabarthim, La'ah, Nahaya, Laka, Alahayim, Karim, Anya, La'ah, Ta'aisha, Laka, Pasol, Wala'ah, Ta'ibadam, La'ah, Lakorgat, Shum, Yahweh, Hashawa, Zakar, Hayawam, Hashabath, Lakadashwa, Kabad, Abaku, Wa, Amaka, La'ah, Daratazak, La'ah, Dana'ah, La'ah, Daganah, La'ah, Dana'ah, Shakur, La'ah, Dakamad, Paul, Ashabran, Alright. First greatest commandments. Hear, Israel, Yahweh, our God, Yahweh, one. Thou shalt Yahweh thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul. Right. Second greatest commandments. Ra'aita la'ata kom, wa la'ata tar, ath, banya anka, wa abada la ra'ata kam wa kam Yahweh. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, and Yahweh. This is Zechariah 1, Hasha'ah, memorial of the woman. Now when Yahushua was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman, having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, in the indignation, saying, For what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for 300 pence when its wages, and given to the poor. When Yahushua understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but we have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Really I say to you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, that shall also this, that this woman hath done be told from a memorial of her. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Shem, 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 Shem.
All right. The water to y'all for joining us for the Sabbath services and learning, and through the grace of the Most High, something that you don't deserve, that He'll bestow upon you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And with that, Shalom.